In 1991, there was a conference in France, right? And then the people who attended, at the end of the conference, the host, a Frenchman, decided to take 5 people to his house for dinner. And after dinner, he said, hey guys, I've been doing this for the last 10 years and I want to do it with you guys also. And he said, all right, I want each one of you to tell me what makes you proud. If you are from Europe or you are English, you're from America or you're from Asia or whatever, what is it that makes you really proud that your ancestors left behind? That anywhere you go in the world, every corner of the world, you will see it. People have to rely on it every day. Either it's automobile, appliances, electronics, medical, you name it. And say it without blaming anybody. What is it? And so, of course, the American kid was the first to say, well, listen, I'm a 23-year-old American kid. I didn't even finish high school. But you see, everywhere I go in this world with this blue passport, referring to the American passport, I'm treated like a rock star because my ancestors built a country to represent or be the beacon of freedom and equality, and they mean it. America is the only country where its soldiers have gone out to die for other people. Everybody who wants to be cool have to wear the New York Yankee baseball cap. Every kid in Southeast Asia or Africa have to be in a Levi jeans to be cool. Everybody thinks of America as the place to go if you want to just blow up. So for me, when I go out, people look at me not as me, but as America. And that makes me proud to be an American. The English boy said, well, what can I say? I'm an English boy. Today, over 50 countries in the world can speak a language, wear a suit because of my country. We are given the manifest destiny to civilize others. And the Queen was the most revered human being by these countries who are still very grateful that Britain is the reason they have electricity and they have this and they have that and they have that. And it went on and on. So what can I say? My name is William. I'm Anglican and I speak English. The Japanese said, well, I'm from Japan. There are 196 countries on earth. And in each of them, every 5 cars, 3 are Japanese. Every hospital in the world, equipment that has saved lives were built in Japan. Appliances in the kitchen. On and on and on. It's the most beautiful, well-organized, hard-working culture in Asia. We're not just Asians. We are very one of a kind. And that, when I travel as a Japanese, the way people treat me is because of what my ancestors have built in this world. It's what they are robbing off me. Now, if you are, since you are black, and you are the last person in the room, what would you say about your ancestors that in today's world, from 6 a.m. to 12 midnight, this is what your ancestors left behind, that everybody have to rely on it just to make the day go by? What is it about your ancestors that makes you proud to be black?
I mean, well, you still
I'm
have to
not
know
putting
where
you on the spot. I'm just
no, you're good. No, you still
understand,
have,
right?
Yeah, yeah, but you still have to know where you come from because as you
No,
said,
you just have to look at Africa, and if there is something there that people are really talking about,
right.
you are part of it.
Well,
Just point to Africa and say, well, look at my continent where they took me from, or they took my great-grandparents. Look at what my ancestors there have done. Boom. So, you two are not the first to face this question.
Right.
I've done this for more than 15 years. I've done it with scholars in Kenya. I've done it with scholars in Tanzania.
Wow.
I've done it in many places. I've done it in different cities in the United States. And it's the same reaction. And I'm serious. This is not a topic to route up any controversy. I'm black. If people get to know me, I'm blacker than people who think they are black.
Right.
Because I'm connected to my history. So now you are Gen Zs. Think, please. How do you feel hearing me that not just you, not you, that even your brothers and sisters who came before you, just about 10 years older or 20 years older than you, that you walk this earth, and when this question comes up anywhere, you're not able to stand up in a room and speak like they did. Do you see where the anger comes from?
Yeah. It's frustrating.
It's not just African Americans. Don't get me wrong. I did it. I started first with Africans when I was touring East Africa from 2015 to 2020. Tanzania, Uganda, Burundi, Rwanda, and Kenya. And I did it from school to school, universities. And there'll be scholars in the room. And they're never able to point to anything. So this came to me because I was that black man in the room that day, 1991. That day in the room in France, while the people were going round, I have never faced that question. I've never faced that question. I don't have the answer. I've never even thought about it.
Right.
So the answer came from their answers. So I'm listening, and I was like, oh my God. If I introduce myself, it will be one of them whose parents gave me that name, Frank. I'm a black man from Africa. Here I am hanging with a French name, right? So I will use their grandfathers gave me that name. What is my official language? It's either French or English. They gave it to me. My mode of dressing, they gave it to me. The curriculums that raised me to even be able to be in that room, they gave it to me. The plane ride to that country, their forefathers built it, you understand? So it was hitting me, and I said, wow. Then when it came to me, I said it. I said, wow, I have never thought about it. But this is the first time I will say to you, by listening to people, the burden with which they live their lives and grow. This is the first time I will say, I am really, really proud of my ancestors, because they left nothing behind. Nothing at all. I've traveled the world as a black man, and I have never seen a black country where the people who live in it are foreigners that were brought there by blacks as slaves. Not one single country. Yet the black race has more countries on earth than any other country. 54 are on the continent. 13 black countries in the Caribbean. So 68 black countries. There's not a single black country where slaves were bought from outside by black people. I've traveled the world. Not a single country in the world colonized by a black country. There's nowhere you go on Mother Earth where the language they are speaking was imposed on them by force by a black country. I've traveled the world, and I've never seen a religion that is imposed upon anybody anywhere in this world by a black country. There are 68 black countries in the world, the largest continent by number of countries. Not a single one of them has a nuclear weapon of mass destruction. Black countries across the world, none of them is responsible for what we call the military complex, where we are manufacturing dirty bombs and sending things into the water to pollute people. I've traveled the world, and I've yet to see one product that was forced to be sold in another country by a black country. So it means the black race is the only race on earth that represents what the United Nations have been looking for the last 100 years, peace. Yes, we fought internal wars just like anybody, and that is all we did. Therefore, in my travels, there was no place I went on earth where the people there pointed fingers at me and say, your people did this to me. Never. The black person is the only one who travels this earth, and no one will point a finger. That's what my ancestors left behind. Nothing.
Holy shit.
I think that is.
It makes you feel good.
Yeah, that has to be definitely